cinema matinee. I ain't got $7.50 to pay.
Everybody now.
Tron is like being at a cool looking club and I'm there with nobody but you guys. And ain't no women, ain't no alcohol. In other words, there ain't shit going on. It ain't nothing but one big glowing sausage fest.
There's not a single chick in that room except for that goddamn blacklight poster. It's about of a girl, and that's all you're getting.
And Tron, the original, was released back in 1982. And critics liked it. Actually, critics said that there was groundbreaking visuals. That whole computer backlit animation that they had going on. In fact, this was supposed to be an animated film. It was sort of this thing that first launched kind of computer animation into the mainstream. I think it was like the first full-length feature that utilized this much computer animation. So looking at this film, I'm thinking, all right, they got everything right except the story. I mean, you have to go way back into the roots of the first movie. You have Jeff Bridges, who works for this company. I forgot the name of it, Incom or something. Incom. And they're a big video game company. He creates a program that allows him to go into this world called The Grid. The hero of this world was Tron, played by Bruce Boxleitner. Now, we've come like 2 decades later, and that world still exists, but Flynn, who was played by Jeff Bridges, also in the last movie, has disappeared.
Pulled Superman's return.
He disappeared into a virtual world so he could have sex with Olivia Wilde for the next.
I was going to say.
Oh, yeah. In this movie, since Jeff Bridges' character is gone, we center on Garrett Edlund, who plays his son, who plays Sam Flynn. From that point on, the story gets crazy because Sam goes to the old arcade, cuts on some lights, opens a secret passage, and it just so happens you have to pull the Tron video game to get back there. So he goes back there.
Not very subtle.
When they came to lock that place down and put the tarps, he wasn't worried that somebody else, just some mover, might have moved that.
I would like to see that movie where you just got the mover in Tron World. It's like, what the
Sam sits down in a chair where there's a laser pointed at him. He types in some code, takes him to the world of Tron. He finds that Tron is not the place that his father told him it was. It's actually been taken over by somebody that looks like his dad, but it's clearly not his dad, a character named Clue, which is an acronym for something. I don't know, constantly looking ugly. I don't know what that means.
Not
Clue,
convincing.
Marion complete, disk activated and synchronized. Proceed to games.
Games? What am I supposed to do?
Survive.
At this point, Sam is trying to look for his father and somehow get back to our world.
And the action scenes are pretty goddamn cool. But the thing is that I was really trying to look for a character to root for, to be the absolute hero. The only one that really had any real character to him was the Jeff Bridges character, the original character of Flynn.
They had him, he's being zen-like they're making him into Obi-Wan Kenobi, and the next minute they're making him into a surfer dude, into the Big Lebowski.
So in order to make Jeff Bridges look like his character back from the original Tron, they used CG technology to recreate a young Jeff Bridges.
It's not perfect, but there were a few scenes, especially towards the end, getting someone to look as young as Jeff Bridges did back in the original movie.
They start out with a really badass disc fighting scene, and then they have this light cycle scene. It's gorgeous. I mean, as the whole movie is, but it's the first half of the film. I mean, we're barely 40 minutes into the film, and after that last light cycle race, somebody turns around, looks at the camera, and says, "Ta-da!"
you want to look around and go, hey, any of you guys got any more quarters?
No, it's like the movie just had a spectacular orgasm, and now it's got to take a nap for another 40 minutes, because that's exactly what it does.
Yeah. The character that I really liked in the first movie was Tron himself. This movie is called Tron.
That's too bad.
And I really did not like the fact that they really made him a side character to where
barely a side character.
No, I wouldn't even, that was a cameo. I love the whole, I guess they call it de-rezzing, and you just burst into a bunch of pixels and that's it. If I went to the Tron world, I'd be totally fucking evil because I'd be killing everything just to get that effect.
As good as it looks, it just doesn't offer those things you need to love or even like the movie. I mean, I love the look of it, and for me, the best things about this movie are the soundtrack, the score, and the toys that come with it. Because they make some cool ass toys for this movie. For me, this is just a rental.
That's the thing. Tron Legacy is a bad movie. It's a pretty light show, and it might even be a good music video, Yeah, I mean, it's not like it's like painfully terrible. It's just painfully boring. So I'm going to give this a rental.
I still found a lot of things in this movie that I did like. I mean, it's a gorgeous film. If anything, I give the look of the film, even the score, which I have to give credit to Daft Punk for making an actual movie score and not so much a dance song. I'm going to give it a matinee.
If you can't give me a good story, then give me a lot of action to distract me. If you can't give me a lot of action, then give me an engaging story. This movie fails on some level at both points. I mean, it's like got one finger on the ledge of hanging on at a matinee. Jeff Bridges was kind of, I like his character, but he's just a little bit maybe too laid back because they go into the grid. He ain't even shaved. You can say he's wearing like a monk's robe, but that's a bathroom robe he's got on. He is like the dude. And I don't even think the grid or Tron or any of that stuff even existed. I think it's just Flynn high as hell, sitting in the middle of his stoner's blacklit room with all the stuff that he bought at Spencer's Gifts.
Trying to make it